Before Bhagavad Gita was spoken, Arjuna, what did he do? He gave up his bow and arrow and he actually sat down. Right? Sometimes it does happen that we keep our books aside or we throw away our laptop and then we just give up. We say, I'm not going to do anything anymore. Or we even write an email to our boss in draft that I'm not coming. I'm not coming to work tomorrow, right? We are Sachidanand. It is an incompatible place. We are not meant to be here. We are soul. We are covered by mind, intelligence, ego, and this gross body. When we die, the gross body remains here, and the soul is carried away by the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and ego. And then we go into the next body. Pitaji kahan hai? Ye pade hai. As if we don't say like that. We say that he's gone. Even like the dog dies, they say, oh, he has gone to a better place. Whatever, like he's become bulldog now next time. so, but he has died. But everyone says he's gone. So who is gone? He's lying there, rotting. Who is gone? So first of all, welcome everyone to another session of how we can remain stable and peaceful when there is so much chaos around us. Does this topic make sense? Are we overwhelmed by the problems in life? Anyone who has no problems in life? Everyone has some sort of problem, maybe this or that. If it is not related to money, it could be related to something emotional. If it is emotional, or if it is not emotional, it could be maybe money, or it could be something else. But it's always, there's something that is always bothering us. That's always there in life. It is like what, chili in your food, like it's always there. So it's like it's there, but we have to learn the art of tolerating it. So we did go into a lot of depth last time, and it was more of an interactive session. We were discussing amongst ourselves, like how do we stay aloof from the situation and not be affected by it. So we'll go more in details, and this time I'm going to take more help from Bhagavad Gita, because Lord Krishna is explaining this to whom? Arjuna. Arjuna was in a similar situation we discussed last time, right? Before Bhagavad Gita was spoken, Arjuna, what did he do? He gave up his bow and arrow and he actually sat down, right? Sometimes it does happen that we keep our books aside or we throw away our laptop and then we just give up. We say, I'm not going to do anything anymore. Or we even write an email to our boss in draft that I'm not coming. I'm not coming to work tomorrow, right? And we are very constantly checking if the email has gone out or not by mistake. But this has happened to all of us. Or if there is an exam the next day, we think, okay, maybe another corona comes or something, like something happened, like this exam just goes away, whatever, like right? the teacher, something happens and then there's no exam. So we always try to avoid situations that make us distressful, right? And we did discuss that. Why is that? It is by nature. By nature we are happy and we want to be happy. We don't want to be unhappy. That's our nature. So a fish, when you take it out of water, it's not happy. As soon as you put it back, it is happy, because that is natural, right? So when we see distress around us, the first thing that we have to do is we have to philosophically understand, why is this so? Why is such a situation happening? And why does it keep happening all the time? It may happen with me a few times, but others, it may happen like all the time. You see what's happening in Iran, what's happening in some of the African countries, Kenya, some these different, Somalia. Why there are problems all the time, right? You can't even live a normal life. There's no food, no even drinking water. The children are mining uranium, no, not uranium, what is the lithium or whatever these metals are, precious metals for making batteries. So they are mining all these stuff and they die in the mines. So why does that happen? There is some reason for it. It's not illogical. It's not by chance. Nothing is by chance, right? Did you become an engineer or by chance, or a doctor by chance? Whatever, like or whatever you're studying, is it by chance? No, it's all happening because there is some sequence of events behind it, right? So we should philosophically understand first that what is the nature of this world, where is the problem occurring in this world, right? And what is the nature of the self? Is this getting cut out? That's fine though. So what is the nature of this world and what is the nature of the self? So we are impacted by the world around us. So self and world, two things, right? So let's understand both of them. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this world is what? Dukhalayam ashashvatam. So what does Dukhalayam means? A place of misery. Alayam means place, right? Vidyalaya means where you get Vidya, right? And Dukhalaya means where you get Dukh, yes. Ashashvatam.
It's not permanent.
It's not permanent. So some may say, okay, I have a lot of happiness in life. I have a good wife, nice children, I have a good job, I have a house, I have a car. So Ashashvatam, Krishna says, okay, that's fine, but it is temporary. You may not have it tomorrow, right? Everything was fine in Ukraine. Nice, beautiful country. Kids were enjoying with their parents. Everything was happening fine. And then suddenly Russia attacked. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Suddenly Russia attacked, and then what? The husbands had to go. They were all drafted in war. So they had to leave their families. It's a pitiful situation, right? They're saying last goodbye because you're not going to come back when you go for a war, right? So they're just bidding last goodbye. So anything can happen anytime in this world, right? So this is a place of misery, and it is, and even if there is some happiness, that is, it's not permanent. And who's saying that? Krishna. So then, oh, I didn't want to click. We are what? So we talked about the world. The world is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. What about us? Satchidanand. Sat means eternal. Chit means knowledge. Yes, knowledge. And Ananda means blissful. So this is an incompatible situation. We are always happy by our constitution, by our nature. We are always happy. We are always full of knowledge, and we are always eternal. And this world is what? Temporary. So temporary, eternal, they go together? No. You are eternal, but things around you change. You change your bodies. You keep changing your bodies. Then Dukhalayam, we are full of Ananda, but the world is what? Full of miseries. And then we are Chit, we are full of knowledge, but the world is Ajnana. You have to go to school. Have you ever seen someone like who's taken birth and just he doesn't need to go to school? He knows everything, writing, reading, nothing, right? You have to start. You have to learn. Why? Because by nature this world is full of ignorance. You have to acquire knowledge. Knowledge is not acquired automatically, right? You have to acquire knowledge. So again, all of these things make it incompatible place for us, right? So it's incompatible. So if there is misery around us, if we are unhappy, then understand it is by design. And that's the situation. I mean, if you are here, and that's how it is going to be. Okay, so first we have to understand this philosophically. Okay, why do we, though we are Ananda, we are made up of Ananda, Chit and knowledge, why do we experience the pain and pleasures? Why do we experience those? If you look at the next line, what does it say? Covered by the body, mind, intelligence, ego. We are covered by these coverings. So body is a gross covering, and the subtle covering is what? Mind, intelligence, and ego. And these are matter or spirit?
Spirit. Body is matter.
Is body matter or spirit?
Matter.
Matter.
Body is matter. Is mind matter or spirit?
Spirit. Wait.
Mind is spirit. See, matter.
Mind is matter. Yeah, mind is also matter.
Yeah.
Is intelligence spirit?
No.
Intelligence also matter.
No, only spirit is this.
Yeah. And then what is ego? Ego is spirit or matter?
It's identity. So
It's also matter.
It's also
So as long as we are in this world, we are covered by mind, intelligence, ego, and then this body. Right? That's our covering.
don't mind and ego follow.
Huh.
But don't mind and ego follow our spirit where they go. So why
Yeah,
are they
that's what
considered
we are
matter,
covered
not
by it. So we are covered by it. So it's another body, subtle body.
Okay, so it's matter, but it still travels through us through the.
So yeah, so
life.
what happens, like when a person dies or a living entity dies, when I say living entity, it can be animal or human being. When it dies, it gives up the gross body, right? That's why when someone dies, what do we say? He passed away. We don't say he's lying here, right? पिताजी कहाँ है? ये पड़े हैं. ऐसे तो we don't say like that. We say that he's gone, right? He is gone. So everyone says like that. He's gone. Even like the dog dies, they say, oh, he has gone to a better place. Whatever, like he's become a bulldog now next time. So but he has died. But everyone says he's gone. So who is gone? He's lying there rotting. Who is gone?
The soul.
The soul is gone, right? But when the soul goes, it only leaves the gross body, but it is carried by the mind, intelligence, and ego. These three things go with the soul. It goes, and where does it take it? To the next body. It takes it to the next body, and then, so those who are not spiritually conscious, those who are not religious, right? When religious people are, but those who are not spiritually conscious, specifically, those who are not yogis, either bhakti yogis, karmi yogis, or jnana yogis. Those who are not yogis, they don't know where they are going. They don't know where they are going. They don't know. They die, and then automatically by the laws of nature and according to their karma, they take their next birth. Did we decide that we're going to take birth in such and such family? Sometimes you might think, why did you not take birth in like a richer family, right? Huh? Lot of why am I not like no son of this or this? Why am I not a money son? Like we may have those thoughts, but it is all arranged by whom? That I was telling last week. There's no big tombola going on. Like God is not playing tombola. Oh, this guy rickshawala son goes. Right? It's not like that. So it is based on your karma, right? So when you get the human form of life and you waste it by not becoming God conscious, then you have acted exactly like an animal, right? There are 4 things an animal does and a human being does. What are those? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Right? Human does the same thing, and animals, they do the same thing, right? So Bhagavad Gita says that these 4 things are common between man and animal. What is the special prerogative of the human beings that animals cannot do? Yeah, religion. Dharma hi eko adhika vishesha. One additional thing other than the 4 things is what? Dharma. Dharma means religion, right? Religion is the only thing that is additional for human beings, right? And then the next line says that those who don't even do religion, they are dharma vihina pashuvi samana. Those who don't have religion, they are like what? Animals. So we are like 2-legged animals. So first thing is philosophically understand we are in this world. This world is temporary. This world is full of misery. We are Satchidanand. It is an incompatible place. We are not meant to be here. We are soul. We are covered by mind, intelligence, ego, and this gross body. When we die, the gross body remains here, and the soul is carried away by the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and ego. And then we go into the next body. So as soon as you enter a dog's body, let's say, then the ego means identifying with the body. So then you think I am a. Have you ever seen a confused dog who thinks he is a cat? No, right? They are confident they are dogs. Very confident. They are not confused. A tiger is always confident he's a tiger, right? Human beings are maybe a little confused. But they want to have like snake, like some people, they split their tongue to become snake-like. They want to become like birds, so they jump, bungee jumping, this and that, and wingsuit, and they try to fly. Sometimes they get smashed in the mountain. But anyways, they really want to explore a lot of things. They're a little confused. But animals are not confused. Okay. Why? We have higher intelligence. We want to explore, but we forget that our exploration should be in the limits or boundaries of dharma. Right? Okay. So Bhagavad Gita 8.15. At your leisure, please, you can maybe write down, but please go and read this verse. 8:15. Krishna says in this that after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. That's the shloka we discussed, the Kalyama Shashvatam. So please read this verse. Okay. We shall move to the next. Karma and bondage. We talked about why we take birth. Why? Karma. Right? What does karma do? It binds us. Karma is good or bad, but it binds us. Right? So how do we become free from bondage? So the next point is, right, if you are in a prison house, what is your thought process? How do I get out of it? Right? That's what your thought process is, right? If you're in a bad situation, you want to get out of it. So karma is binding us. Do we agree or we don't agree?
Agree.
Right? When do you do karma? Only in the morning?
All the time.
All the time. You do karma by your words, by your mind, by your actions. You do karma in all three different ways, right? And whatever karma you do is going to bind you, right? And when karma binds you, that means that it is actually creating your next body. And not only next body, but also the situation that you're going to face in your next body, right? So karma can be good or karma can be bad. When good karma's result are fructified, what do you get?
Punya.
Happiness. When your good karmas are realized, then you get happiness. And when your bad karmas get realized, you get frustrations. You become sorrowful, unhappy. And that's not by chance. Again, you're getting the result of your bad karmas. I gave an example last time that when farmers, they harvest rice, paddy, so they take the rice and they store it in a big chute, like a tower kind of a thing, and then they keep pouring batches. So what happens is, like, the oldest batch you will get when? First. Oldest you get first, like the oldest is at the bottom, and the newer ones are at the top. Yeah, the newer ones are at top. So the chute is at the bottom, like the openings at the bottom. So you collect grains there. So you're going to get the. So let's say the first time you harvested, it wasn't good. They were infested. So the bottommost is not going to be good. And then somewhere in between you had really good harvest, long grain rice, like really nice fragrant rice. You're going to get that after some time. So similarly, the karma we are getting now it may not be from our previous birth. It may be from many births before. Right? So karma acts in a certain way. Krishna says in Gita, the intricacies of karma are very difficult to understand. It is very difficult to understand. We cannot understand that, right? But what can we understand? That we are under this law of karma. Is anyone here free from law of karma? Even like we are not free from the law of government, right? If you don't file your taxes, if you jump a red light signal, then you're going to get caught. If you overspeed in a school zone or wherever, you get caught. Yeah, if your left indicator light is not working, you may get a citation. You park somewhere for more than your specified time, you get a ticket. So everything is under the law, and we are bound by those laws. So similarly, we are reaping the results of karma individually and collectively. Individually means we may be sorrowful, others may be happy. Right? You may be failing exams, your friend might be a topper. Right? What is collective karma? You are flying in an airplane and you're thinking, okay, and what I'm going to order next? Oh, I'm going to order veg platter or a fruit platter, whatever. And then suddenly the plane goes down and every single one on the airplane is dead. That is collective karma. World war, that is collective karma. Flood, entire villages are wiped. Tsunami, cities are wiped. Countries damaged. Why? Collective karma. Why? Why is that collective karma?
Is it because everyone there was like a certain type of like sin was accumulated and this is like their payment, I guess?
Yeah, so they get like wholesale. No, but that's the fact, right? Wholesale punishment is there. It's not individual, like one wave will drown one person and then another wave is going to drown another person. Big tsunami and You figure out people are dead, die, and there is war, pestilence, starvation, and that is all because of that's collective karma. Okay, so karma will bind you when two things will happen. It's a science. Karma is a science. So karma will bind you when two things happen. One, you think that you are the doer. You are thinking that you are the doer. Second, you are attached to the results. If you think you are the doer, then karma is going to bind you. Then you will have to suffer the result or enjoy the result of your karma. And if you are attached to the result, then also you are, both things go hand in hand. If you think you are the doer, you will be certainly attached. And you are attached to the results of your karma because you thought you were the doer. Otherwise, so these two things go hand in hand, right? So that's when karma binds you. So then how do we work in a way that karma does not bind us? So we now understand so far that we are unhappy because of our karma and because of the constitution of this world, right? So if the world is a problem and our karma is a problem, what is the solution?
Get away from both.
Get away from both. How do you get away from the world?
Go to the land where you can't come back again.
Yeah, but while you are here,
Seek asylum.
seek where like asylum.
Like what I mean is like
Oh.
okay. There's like a like like when you chant like the Maha Mantra, it's like compared to like you're like an embassy building rather than like inside of a country.
That's a good point. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's nice. So how do you become detached from this world? How is it possible? Huh? Very good. Yeah, you work for Krishna. Okay, we'll discuss more in the next slides, but keep thinking of those points. So, that's the first line. Okay. So, karma will not bind us, one, when we work for Krishna, but with a spirit of detachment. Can someone give an example? First, give an example of what a regular work that we do. Academics. Okay, how do you do it for Krishna?
I guess I'll say, if I want to do it for Krishna, I'll think that, when I finish my academics, I'll get a job. And when I get the job, a portion of my money will go towards Krishna instead.
Thanks for correcting that. Yes. Thank you for correcting the half to portion. Yes. Yeah.
Economy stuff, man.
Yes. No, that's true. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, of course. But that's a good point. Thank you. Anyone else?
House.
Huh?
I buy an house. Like I buy an house and I promise that every week probably I will get all the bhaktas and do some prasang or something like that.
Some satsang.
Satsang. That house will be
get
used
together.
for that.
Very nice. What else? Yes, bro.
When you cook, right, you offer it to Krishna first and then eat.
Very good. So that way you make that activity spiritual. Anything else?
Make a family.
Leave them when you come. Leave them in the temple and go home.
I meant more like when you have a family. It's like when you have kids, you're only bringing kids in this world to make them Krishna consciousness rather than just have kids for the sake of it. That's what I was thinking.
Very nice. Okay.
Anything that we do, at the end of the day, we give all the results of it, or you just pray to Krishna that everything that I did, I'm giving all the fruits to it to you.
Yes. Very good. So that's what we should do. So whatever we do, we should offer the results to Krishna. At least mentally, we should do that. We should make a habit of doing that, good or bad, right? So we should do that, and then we should always think that I am not the enjoyer of the result. Is the result in our hands? What is in our hands? Effort. So we should, again, theory is fine, but when you try to apply it, it becomes a little difficult. But then you have to keep practicing, right? When difficult situations come, you have to practice. We have to practice, and then at one point, practice becomes perfect. Then do not think you are the doer and not attached to the results. Give the results to whom? Krishna. We'll come to why do we give the results to Krishna.
So what does this line, do not think you are the doer, mean?
Do not think you are the doer means, yeah. So what does that mean is, Krishna says in Gita that the acts that are done, they are done by the modes of nature, right? Living entity does not do it. He desires, but it is actually done by the three modes of material nature, right? For example, now technically you can say the living entity is doing it, but it is like a high level answer. So for example, if I say that, pierce something with your hand, you won't be able to slice anything with your own hand. So you have to take a tool like a knife or a blade, and then you'll slice something. So technically you can say that you did not slice it. You can say who sliced it? The knife. But then who is controlling it? Me. So the doer is basically the soul, but he cannot act independently. He has to act he has to act via the body. So that's the whole point. Meaning ultimately the result is going to be suffered or enjoyed by the soul, because he's the one desiring. He's conscious. Matter is dead. Matter is dead. You can take a knife, you can cut vegetables, or you can cut people. You can do two things, right, with a knife. So it's a conscious decision someone is going to make, right? So living entity is the doer in the sense that the living entity is the one who is desiring, but it is using the body which is given by whom? The nature. And in that way, the nature is a secondary worker, but the main desire, or the main the person is desiring, and who is the cause for all of this is the soul. So who is going to get the result? It's not Durga Devi is going to go to jail because we are doing something wrong, right? It's not going to be that. We are going to be sent to jail. We are using the instruments incorrectly. That's the point, right? So we have to use the instruments correctly in knowledge. Okay. Then Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that there is an art of working, right? This is the art of working, that when you do things in a spirit of detachment and you think that I am not the doer and Krishna is the enjoyer of the result. When you think that way, then whatever you do is karma free, right? We'll go in more depth. Okay. Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Work done as a sacrifice of Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you'll always remain free from bondage. Who's saying this? Krishna is saying this. So is he lying? No. Right? So he's saying that if you do work for my pleasure, then what? Not that we start doing something wrong and think, oh, Krishna, I'm doing it for your pleasure. No, that's not the case. We have to act according to the scriptural rules and regulations, right? Okay. Nature and design of suffering. So behind this suffering, there is some pattern, there is some logic, right? So we discussed this last time, that happiness and distress are like what? Seasons. They come and go. So things that come and go, we should not be affected so much. It is not that we become like a stone, someone in a family died and we are like motionless, we don't have emotions, or something bad happened, we will have emotions at that time, but we should not go to depression, or we should not become like too affected by it as if world has ended. We have to move on. Why? Because this world is in motion, and the happiness and distress, they happen in cycle, just like summer and winter, right? When winter goes, summer is going to come, unlike New York. So
just a question on this. We can easily say like we can move on from that situation, but when the situation comes, we feel like everything is done from our side. It's like we have completely lost it.
Yeah.
So like, even though knowing about it, that it might go away, but still at that moment of time, it's like completely. So how should we handle it?
So again, that happens because one, we are not advanced enough, right? So when we are not advanced enough, things start affecting us. So the immediate thing that we should do is we should not stay alone. We should seek guidance from a person who is advanced. We should get the right association. When we are in distress, we should not seek our like drunkard friends, because then we'll add up to that list of people going out and drinking. And anyway, so you have to get the right association at that time, and then things happen well for those who have been practicing, right? So if you are a devotee, it will happen that, let's say, something really bad happened in your life, you will be affected. Even thoughts of giving up the body will come, and you won't be able to take it. But because you have taken shelter of Krishna, to whatever degree, Krishna will not reject you. He will give internally some guidance. He will guide someone. He will give some inspiration to someone, and then you will have some connection, and you will come out of it. You will get your quota of suffering. For a few days, you will go through a hellish life. You'll be like, when is this going to end? A moment, Yuga Yatam Nimishan, it will feel like eternity. Every moment will feel like eternity. You'll be like, oh, so painful. Like, why am I chanting? Oh, what's the use? This and that. We'll start questioning everything. Oh, Krishna is there or not? Oh, it's a statue. This and that. We will start thinking so many things. And then when that phase will pass, and then we'll realize, oh, how Krishna took us out of it. Then our gratitude will increase. But that will only happen when you are actually a devotee, right? Or you're somehow connected to some kind of spirituality. Then you will see, oh, that supreme being. If you're not devotee, that if you're just jnani, you think, oh, that supreme being is guiding me, he's helping me. That will happen. But if you're an atheist, then there is no hope. No, there's no hope. Like, you'll be so depressed, and then those are the people who end up giving their lives, ending up their life, like hanging, jumping, whatever, like so many different ways, right? Because they have no hope. Even devotees at that point, they have no hope. But Krishna is in everyone's heart. He knows. But Krishna is also in their hearts too. Does Krishna leave your heart if you're not a devotee? If Krishna leaves our heart, are we going to stay alive or die? Yeah. The soul and super soul are together in the heart. We are not alone in the heart. We are in the heart. Soul is it's located in the heart region. And the super soul is also with it. The super soul will remain with us as long as we are in this world. Even if we go to a dog's body, mosquito body, whatever germ's body, Krishna will be there in that body. Right? As long as we are in this material world, he will continue to be with us. Right? So our duty then, when we get into this material form of life, human form of life, we should try to face towards Krishna. Okay? So, happiness and distress are like seasons. We should just tolerate them. There are 3 kinds of miseries. Okay, we talk about misery. This world is a place of misery. So how many miseries are there? How many types of miseries are there? You can categorize in 3. First is Adi Daivik. Adi Daivik. Daivik means by the Devatas. So these are caused by natural forces beyond human control. Example: tsunami, earthquakes, right? The whatever pandemic, I don't know pandemic, this one COVID, but anyways, so many different phenomena that happen in nature, tornadoes, they are not caused by human beings, but they are caused by nature, right? So they are Adi Daivik. Then there is Adi Bhautik. Adi Bhautik is what? Let me move this up. Okay. What is Adi Bhautik?
Suffering due to other entities.
Yeah, example?
Let's just say someone were to kill someone else, that would be an example of it.
Yes. Or just in general, when it's summertime, we are troubled by mosquitoes, right? Troubled by mosquitoes. In India, you go after 9 or 10 p.m., the dogs will disturb you on the streets, right? They'll chase you till you reach your home. They'll chase you, right? So again, and then a good example here is about sometimes the government too, right? They disturb you, right? What we see right now. Adhyatmik. What's Adhyatmik? Adi Adhyatmik. That's caused by our own self. We also cause problems to us, or don't we? Tomorrow is my exam, but I'm playing game, some whatever video game. What is it? PUBG. I'm playing PUBG. Yeah, till 3 a.m. I'm playing PUBG, and tomorrow 9 a.m. my exam is there, right? So now I am the cause of my own misery, right? Everything in my life is going fine, but I have some mental condition, so I am in depression, or I'm taking depression like pills, and I forget to take pills, and then everything around me is fine, but I am always in depression. I'm always cranky, Right? Whatever you talk to me, I get out. I'm always in a cranky mood, right? Whatever nice in my life happens, I'm cranky mood. So that is caused by my mind, right? So situations like whatever is not favorable can be because of these three things. We can always categorize, right? Okay. So Krishna has designed this world to give us suffering. Why? Yeah, so the next line answers that. So we can become detached. When someone goes to a prison, right? Someone is locked up behind the bars. What is the situation in the prison house? Does he get like a sofa, Netflix account, or a swimming pool hours in the evening, or like a pool table?
No.
What is there?
Stinky.
It's stinky. The food quality is really bad. They don't get puri sabji or pizza. There's no pizza party every Friday, whatever.
Darkness.
It's horrible. It's like hell, right? It's like hell. So when you go to that situation, automatically a logical person will try to get out of it, right? You will not say, okay, permanent place, free food. Let's be here. There are some people like that. For them, it is free food. So for them, it is okay, right? But the intelligent people, or those who are wrongly convicted, whatever, like, so they may think, no, this is not the right place. Or in the heat of the situation, you have done something wrong, and now you have to repent, because now you are getting the results, and you see, okay, what has happened because of my bad action. I could have controlled that. That moment I could have controlled, right? Oh, you did this to me. No, right? You didn't want to do that, but heat of the moment, that thing happened. You found something done, right? You were not like that. You were not like a serial killer, but that may happen in the heat of the instance, right? For whatever reason. Now we can say karma, this and that. We not want to complicate it, but now you have to suffer the reactions, right? So, but when you go to that jail, you want to immediately run out of it. You don't want to stay there for long, right? So what do? You behave. When the jailers come, salam sahab, whatever, like, you have to behave. You have to be always, and then your term may get,
Under good context something.
yes, but then what happens is, like, your term may get reduced. If you get death punishment, then they may say, okay, this guy is behaving well, or I mean, whatever, something. It does happen. At least in movies, it happens. They get released, right? But those who try to get out of the jail, they get some needle somewhere, or their intelligent friend passes some metal key, and then they start drilling hole, and they recover it, and somehow they have this big tunnel going outside, and they get caught. So their 20 years become 60 years, right? But similarly, those who commit suicide, same thing happens to them. They become ghost. So when you become ghost, then you have to stay here, but you cannot eat, you cannot drink, you cannot sit, you cannot rest. You can see everything, but you cannot experience, meaning you cannot satisfy your hunger or any of those demands of the body, because you don't have a body. You have subtle body, mind, intelligence, and ego. That ego is there, and that ego is still that you are that person, right? You see your body getting burned, you see everyone crying, but you are there. You are just looking, and then you're looking to enter someone's body. That is ghost life. So suicide is the worst. No one should do that. Yes.
Wait, so if you kill yourself, you somehow become a ghost. But then when you kill yourself, why don't you get like another body?
No, so you are destined to be in the human body for a certain period of time. Let's say 70 years.
Okay.
25. You failed your exam thrice.
Okay.
Anything, this life is not useful anymore. Let's end it. You go to Brooklyn Bridge or wherever you jump. That's it. Finish.
Okay.
And then immediately become a ghost.
Okay.
Right?
35 years.
So there's how many years are left? 45 years.
Yeah.
So 45 years, then you have to roam around. I don't know Brooklyn, or you can go here or there, but yeah, but you have to basically suffer for those 45 years, and now you will not have even the chance to eat or drink or anything. You will feel hunger, everything, but you cannot do anything. You want to rest somewhere, but you will go through it, right? You cannot sit because you don't have a gross body, right? So now you are just floating around, suffering. Your suffering was X, now it has become 100,000 X, right? And then it goes on for the entire duration that you are supposed to be a human being. And then when it finally time comes, then you go to the next body, and that is also not going to be very good, right? So that's the thing, right?
So then how is that, like, how does it work of, like, if we do some karma and we like suffer from it? So like, okay, if we take this example, right, that person had that thought that I cannot live life anymore,
right.
and that's some abominable thing, right? Why does he get that thought in the mind then? If you, like, let's say, I guess if that karma he's done, then he's bound by that all the time. That's because it's from the mind and the desire, or is it like
Which desire to give up the body?
Yeah.
No, that is because he has no intelligence. That is because he thinks that he is the body. He thinks that ending this body will end his misery. So he's ignorance.
Oh, okay.
He's in ignorance. He thinks, okay, all the problem are there because I am this body. Right? So what is the problem statement here? I am the body. Get rid of this body. No more body, no more pain. But he doesn't know that he also has covering of mind, intelligence, and ego. And that's the main thing driving desires. So then he will get rid of this body, but still have a lot of problems. Even like problems you cannot imagine.
So we only face the problem of karma when we feel like we are attached to it, or when we act out of attachment, basically.
So two things. One is what you are experiencing right now is a result of past karma that you are enjoying or suffering.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what you are doing right now is going to create future karma.
Yes.
And that you're going to enjoy or suffer in your next life. Right now, you have to suffer or enjoy the result either ways. You become a devotee or you don't become a devotee.
Okay.
That you have to suffer. But Krishna may be kind and he may give you discount. Meaning, you were to be hit by a bus and then somehow you got like a staple in your hand. Right?
Yes.
Or something really bad had to happen, or you lost your iPhone. Or something like that, right? You get a token punishment. Oh, that is bad, iPhone lost. But something, right? Instead of losing your life, you lose your iPhone. That's good bargain. But the point I'm trying to make is, you will get token punishment, but you will get punishment. Right?
Okay. But we're not affected by that when we think that we are not enjoying or
Yes.
suffering these things.
Right. So then we have to again apply our intelligence. Right? So things will always be natural. It's not like anything comes and we start thinking like then we look crazy. Right? It has to be natural. It will naturally come.
Yes.
Right? Once you are philosophically sound, then automatically you'll try to handle and things will be in place. Right? Then you act nicely. You experience things in a way, and then you do next step. You do nicely. Right? In knowledge. Right? So we do things in knowledge.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Mataji had answer.
So I was wondering, so in karma, is it based on the intention of our actions or is it based on the impact of our actions? So for example, like if I intend to do something and if I intentionally like want to like do good for someone or harm someone, then is the karma worse? Or if I unintentionally do something and then it harms a lot of people, is that karma worse?
So the calculation or that whatever that formula is, that's with Yamaraj. So he no, but there is a calculation. I don't have that, but that calculation is there. So it will do the intention multiplied by impact and whatever factor is there to be whatever. So the calculation will come, okay, 3 years pitai or whatever, and if it is like unintentional or something even worse, then whatever the factor will multiply to, you'll get. So example one, what happened was Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was tested. So there was a Vaishya, Shudra and a Brahmana. Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, and all four of them did some similar crime of killing someone. So was asked like, what kind of punishment should be given? So a foolish person said, okay, all four should be hanged, life for life. But then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, no, this Shudra is by constitution is not very intelligent. So he should be given X and X amount of punishment in jail. This Vaishya also has more intelligence, so he should be more severely punished. Kshatriya has even more intelligence, so he should be given life sentence. And this Brahmana, he has the most intelligence, but still he did this bad thing. So give him the worst punishment, right? So it depends on a person. Like if I'm a fisherman, if my earning is through a fish, killing fish, right? Then I'll get a certain punishment, but it is my jivika, it is my livelihood, and I have this mode of nature is again mode of nature affects, right? Mode of nature affects. Yeah. So, but if I'm going to like fishing and I'm killing fishes just like that, then they are different things, right? So they are different things. So the karma is going to be. It is not like a. This is not like machine behind the things, right? It's all conscious. They are conscious beings who are controlling everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in this current material world, it's very difficult to live and like not do bad just by existing. Like for example, like the clothes which I buy, they might be made by someone who is like younger than necessary.
Yes.
Or like the food which I eat, I don't know how ethically it's been produced
Right.
or anything.
Right.
Or like, you know, like in my job, for example, I have to use AI. Or like stuff like that. You don't know like the ethical aspect of what you're
Understood.
doing.
Very good point.
And so I feel like even if I try like okay like I'll make food for my friend one day, I'll like come and do service in the temple one day, it's like automatically just because of the way the world is right now, I'm doing so many bad karmas just automatically the full week.
Understood. So that's a valid point. So I asked similar question to my spiritual master. So he said the easiest way to get out of these karma that happen on daily basis. So in scriptures there is a mention that a householder. So who does the job? Not a brahmachari, right? Who does the job? A person who is in the householder, meaning grihastha ashram, married or about to marry or whatever, like working outside. So for them in the scriptures there is a provision of doing 5 kind of sacrifices. I don't remember what those are, but when you do those 5 kind of sacrifices, you get free from the day-to-day sin that you commit unintentionally. You are driving a car, you may kill 100 of insects, right? When you drive on a highway, so many insects, they fly and die on the windshield, right? They do, right? So they have this bug remover spray, this and that. Why? Because they die. Or you may hit a deer or something. You don't want to do that, right? It may happen. So these are sins that you are committing without your knowledge.
You have to do Sandhya Vandana on pre-time.
Sandhya Vandana, if you're an initiated Brahman. But the point is, scriptures give us processes by which you can get rid of this daily sinful life. So there are 5 kind of sacrifices that is mentioned. But my spiritual master said that easiest way is that when you are working, you get a certain salary. Give a portion of your salary to Krishna or an institution that is helping spread the holy names of the Lord. Simple ways to Iskcon or wherever you feel. I'm not saying like now we are here, but just a principle. If you give a certain part of your salary, you will be free from the karma.
Okay.
That's what I learned. So you will be free from the karma. As an example, if you give a percentage of your salary to the government, you are free from the karma that you owe to the government. So the government is not going to take you to the jail or anything unless you do something intentionally wrong. This is a very vague kind of a comparison, but you understand the point, right? So you have to give certain part of your salary because all of those acts ended up in what? Your salary.
Yeah.
Right? So if you give a certain part of your salary, depending on how much shraddha we have, how much we can get part from, away from. So that much salary, if you give or whatever portion you can give, that will take care of your karma aspect. So then you'll not be bound. Right? So then Krishna also takes charge. He's there. Right? It's not that we are paying Krishna to take care of. You cannot make any payment, but it is the conscious effort and the understanding, right? So or you find out in scripture where those 5 kind of yagyas are. It probably be more expensive to do that, right? On a daily basis.
Okay.
Every day you go home and you sit for 3 hours doing ye paap ho gaya, ye paap ho gaya. You can't. It's not feasible, right?
Yeah.
But in this world, day and age, it's easier to just part with a portion of your salary. And help the movement also, because how is the movement going to be helped? Someone has to, right, do their part. Clear?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 13:22, the one who sees the threefold miseries, mental, bodily, and external, knows the self as separate and attains detachment. When you see that there are these 3 types of miseries, right, and then you see, okay, I'm separate from these, then you become detached. By knowledge, you become detached, right? Knowledge is light or darkness? Knowledge is light, right? If you enter a dark room and if I say, who, you'll be afraid. But I said, who was afraid? because you can see like this person is like this, right? So ignorance creates fear. Knowledge creates wisdom, happiness, right? So if you want to be happy, we should be in knowledge, right? Oh, 1 second. Okay. How much time we have? Maybe this last slide or
It's last. Yeah.
no, I have few more slides, but
We can go like
2 more, 2, 3 more. Till what time?
till 55.
55. Okay. Okay. So how do we deal with this life situation? We of course discussed a lot of things. I may have skipped slices or gone in between, but how do we deal with life situations? Right. So it says, first of all, we talked that we should separate ourselves from the situation. I am not the situation. I am in the situation right now. I am not the situation, right? Our control is limited. We all agree, right? Who here can stop the Iran war? Like email the president and stop it. No one can, right? You may go shout, dance, or do whatever. No, it's not going to happen, right? So it is beyond our control. Tomorrow is the exam. You may shout, dance, whatever. You have to give your exams, and you have to pass it also if you want to go to the next level, right? So when the things are out of your control, what do?
Just do your best, man.
That's true. One line answer. When things are out of your control, then intelligently we should think that this is the result of our past action. I have to suffer it. Some things you just cannot avoid. You are born in a poor family. What are you going to do? Get adopted somewhere else? You have to stay with the same parents, same siblings. You cannot do anything. You have to be there. So you have to think, okay, it is my karma. So I have to go through it. Okay. So better to tolerate and depend on Krishna, right? Who can depend on Krishna? Who knows there is Krishna. If you don't even know there is Krishna, then how can you depend on Krishna? But how do you know about Krishna? If you have been here in this class, or if you have been to a society that can talk about Krishna, or that talks about Krishna, or you have read Bhagavad Gita, then you know the God is Krishna, or Rama, or Narasimha, or Vamana, Vishnu. You know that, right? Now, so better you tolerate that, okay, it is my past life action, I have to suffer it. I cannot avoid it. Okay. And you know this phase is going to pass. We said distress and happiness is like a cycle. It will come and go. So if you are intelligent, you don't become agitated. Okay. So if the phase is going to pass, then you continue to do your duty even in that distress. You have your exams tomorrow. Something really bad happened in your family that you cannot avoid. What are you going to do?
Deal with my family situation.
You deal, of course, but do you give up your exams? I mean, if someone has passed away, you have to maybe postpone an exam or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is, if there is, if like a mental kind of an issue, not like a physical. Let's say something really bad happened or whatever, but meaning that you don't need to be physically there. If it is like a situation, then you tolerate the situation and then you do your duty. You don't give up your duty. So the point I'm trying to make is, so you are in a situation is not good. You're born in a poor family. You don't stop studying. You continue to do your studies. You continue to do your duties, but in that situation become detached. You think, okay, this is my. So there's a shloka in Bhagavatam that says, if a person, he is suffering because of his past life, and he thinks, okay, I am in this huge suffering. It is because, and he understands, okay, this is because of my past life's karma, and at the same time, he's also worshipping Krishna. Then what does that shloka say? Anyone knows?
I mean, he must be intelligent at least.
Of course, yes. But what does that shloka say at the end? In the shloka says that anyone who does that, he gets liberation, just like a son inherits the property of a father. So basically, all he has to do, he has to live. If you want to get the estate or business of a father, the only thing you have to do is not die. Right? Similarly, if you are in a troublesome situation and you think, okay, this trouble is because of my last life's karma or past karma, and then at the same time continue to worship Krishna, then liberation is guaranteed for you. You will get it, right? Just like a person gets inheritance from his father. All he has to do is to live. Similarly, all you have to do is continue to do your duty and surrender to Krishna or remember Krishna always. Then definitely, even in the worst situations, if you are able to do that, Mukti is guaranteed. That's Bhagavatam Shloka. Krishna says, you have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the Karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Mahabharat special, like whatever, that was on the TV serial, first one or last one? First one, I think, right? First title song. Karmanyavadikaraste. Very, very famous slok. Everyone in India quotes this all the time, in the wrong way also. Aaj nakad kal udhar. So, you do your duties in a detached mood. You are not entitled to the fruits of your action, right? And you should also not be attached to not doing your duty, meaning you should not avoid your duty. Just because the fruits is not in my hand, it does not mean that I should stop doing my duty. I should continue to do my duty. Okay, understand this point. Maybe one last slide. Okay. What is our identity and what is the purpose of this life?
Identity and soul. Purpose to serve.
Yes. So identity is what?
You are the soul.
Yeah. I mean, that's on the slide, but what do you feel? If I ask you, who are you? What are you going to say? You are not going to say, Atma. Right? You go to a big gathering and say, oh, sir, what's your name? Atma. It'll be a little weird, right? So,
Actually, I have a friend named Atma now.
people name Bhagwan is Bhagwan also, right? So there's like a blind man, his name is Padma Lochan. So, in this world, names are very weird, right? So there are two things, right? One is acting in a society. You just cannot go out saying I am Atma, soul inside. You go that you look crazy, right? That is something that you have to philosophically understand, right? So we have to understand that we are not this body. Do we understand this? Not realize, but at least understand.
Yeah.
Realizing is that's what we are striving to. That
For all
we
these things, a cockroach goes and we are jumping. We haven't realized so far, but
sometimes even if the cockroach is not there, the people jump. If you say cockroach, they will jump. Right? So we are not this body. That is the philosophy spoken in Bhagavad Gita. And then the body is changing. 10 years back, we were kids. Maybe not kids, but at least like not grown-up adults, right? And even before that, we were toddlers. We were not able to talk. ABCD bhi nahi aati. We knew nothing. And now we are in a situation where we are entering adulthood or are already adults, and there is a big life ahead of us. We're going to get married. We'll have kids, and then we'll become Papa, Mama, whatever. And then again, after a few more years, we'll become Dadaji, right? And then we will, we'll see. Okay, and when you start growing old and you have kids, at that point, when you look at other young people or young children, then you realize, oh, I have passed these stages, right? But when we were kids and we saw like an old person passing, we thought, okay, this is normal. But we don't realize, okay, I am going to grow old also. You don't see like kids in depression, oh, I am also going to old and die. They go out and start playing, right? So the point is like the body is changing, but the soul is not changing. As and when we grow old, our I remains the same, right? If my name is Rahul, then I will continue to say I am Rahul. When I am 70 years old, if you come and ask me, I am going to say I am Buddha Rahul. I am going to say I am Rahul, right? That enjoyment spirit is still there. It is not going to die. Don't think that our enjoying spirit will die when we grow old and then we'll do bhakti. It will be easy in old age. Not the case. It will not happen, right? So body is changing. When look at this drawing here, The soul is passing through these different stages. So body is like a dress. You give it up when it is not usable anymore. I do not change. I means soul. Soul does not change. So if I am spirit, then what is my duty? To serve God, right? And if there are upheavals in the society, in the world, then that is by design. That is by design. That's how it is, right? A heater is supposed to give heat by design. Okay. Bhagavad Gita 2.22. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up old and useless ones. Old body is always useless, right? I heard like at one time in Japan, old people were thrown off the cliff, right? They'll just take, oh, Dadaji, bahut time ho gaya, put him in a basket and roll him down the cliff. Something like that happened in they're like very work conscious, huh?
Sent to forest.
No, not forest. Khai. So something like that happened. So the point is, body is going to grow old. We are going to remain the same. Our spirit is going to remain the same, right?